Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. Today we're going to be discussing Steelers news. I'm discussing Najee production and different ways Najee can adjust to get better in this next segment. And also discussing, of course, Justin Fields. So he stay QB1. In my opinion, I think he should. I'll break down that even further as the video goes along. But first I want to start off by saying, of course, talking about the signings that we had. We had Max Sharping, a former Cincinnati Bengals. I think he was in the Eagles practice squad as well. He's got signed by the Steelers. The Steelers lost James Daniels, of course, for the season. Trevor Townsend was injured as well, but they still want to bring in more depth to be prepared. So they brought in a guy who's been around the league a little bit, probably a solid piece, just most of a depth piece. Maybe we'll see how things shape out. We don't have a lot of playing times on the main rosters, but enough I think to be, you can be okay. He's all right, to put out there. But I think them adding that is pretty good. It's some other free agents, of course, as well that are available. Guards you can probably look into. Maybe the Steelers just want to stay right now and see how things go, because they got McCormick, who they drafted, who actually becoming a big time draft piece that we did take, because he did good in preseason, and so far he's been playing in these games. He's been doing a solid job, so he's been a nice solid get. At first I didn't like the draft pick. I wanted us to go out there and get a corner in that spot right there eventually, but then we already got what we got, and now looking back at it, you're like, okay, actually was a good draft pick right there too as well, especially with the injuries piling up, and especially with the cornerback Dante Jackson actually playing better with us as well. He's been doing a good job. He only allowing a 36 passer rating, playing very good football. So I think the Steelers will be adding probably more depth as time goes on like that. They also added, of course, former Panthers linebacker Eku Leota, signed him from the practice squad. The Steelers practice squad as well. I guess the Steelers is adding more depth too as well. So the Steelers is going out there and adding pieces. I think Mr. Khan is still setting up for a big time trade, a big time move, because we know Devontae Adams, his name been circulating around as well, and we also know DeAndre Hopkins' name been circulating around as well. I think Hopkins will be a better get. Maybe I'm not made a video about Devontae Adams, just talking about the rumor and report, but I think Hopkins might be a better get because it'd be cheaper. And also, you won't have to give up too much to get him as well, too. I think Devontae Adams is going to be a bigger contract, a bigger deal, and it's going to cost you because you got to pay $35 million on his deal next year, and you got to probably send a second pick and maybe a solid player over there as well to the Raiders to get him. So we'll see exactly how things shape out. But if Hopkins is available, I'm the Steelers. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna sign Hopkins, bring him in, because our receiving room has not been the best, and that leads me to talk about Roman Wilson as well, which I didn't have planned for the video, but I just thought about him too as well. He said Roman Wilson still has a lot of work ahead of him to be game ready, is what Tomlin said about him a few days ago. So we don't really know when Roman Wilson will be out there and be able to be shown out there. I think Roman Wilson is a guy who can play the slot. We've seen what he did at Michigan. Play the slot. He can play on the outside as well. He's a guy who you get the ball in his hands, he can take a 5-yard catch and turn it to a 20-yard game, 30-yard game, 40-yard game. He's very good run at the catch. I think the Steelers need to find a way to get him on the field to see how he look. Whether he's good or bad, we need more production out there. Van Jefferson has not been what we thought he was going to be in preseason. He played solidly. When we know preseason is preseason, of course, but we thought he'd at least translate a little bit to be a solid, reliable piece, but he hasn't really done nothing. He hasn't got open. And Calvin Austin is too inconsistent. He had a big-time game against, of course, the Chargers, and he fell off this past game right there and didn't really do too much. Kind of like last year. Remember, he had that big game against the Raiders where he was open, had over 100 yards, and then after that, he didn't do anything the rest of the season. So we kind of seen the same scenario, inconsistencies in, of course, the receiver room. So we're going to see if the Steelers go out there and make a move at receiver. But I'm going to move on to the next segment, which is talking about Najee Harris production. Najee Harris should be looking to run in formations like this. Stuff where he's in the backfield and he getting downhill like that. Quarterback under center, single back formations, I formation, just like him in the backfield. Maybe add like a fullback right there or something as well like that. He just falling behind, running through the guard in the center. Maybe occasionally stretching it out, running through the tackle on the guards, but just getting downhill and doing a lot of inside runs. Najee was very effective last year. We've seen the numbers. You can look at the advanced metrics. Very effective when running inside like that. We got inside. I keep trying to utilize him as his zone runner, where he's like a shotgun and getting handoffs from that standpoint. Occasionally that can work, but I feel like it's better in his for his play and for his production to increase. We got to get him downhill. Najee's 240-pound back. I think he might be a little smaller now in a sense, but he's a big back. Get him downhill. Let him run downhill. We've seen Derrick Henry with the Ravens. The Ravens try to utilize him early on the first 2 weeks. Remember, they try to utilize him as a zone runner. And they still do it now a little bit, but we've seen what Derrick Henry been doing now, like that, on the past 2 games, like they've been running very hard. Get him downhill. Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry. Get him downhill. Let him use that power, that strength, that size, and get through the gaps like that. So Najee can get utilized like that. I think he can have more production. We also know Najee, of course, never starts the season off very strong. And I feel like his ball carrier vision is not the best. It's solid, but it's not the best as well, because you look at like a Le'Veon Bell or Jerome Bettis, they were so patient, especially Le'Veon Bell, pacing behind the line. They let the blocks kind of get up. And Le'Veon Bell wasn't even the fastest runner either. Like that, he let the blocks kind of like open. Like that, when the O-line start blocking and the gaps open and stuff, he started seeing things, and he'd pick his spot, pick his poison and stuff, and went out there and dissect the defenses. I feel like Najee Harris sometimes a little too anxious and he just runs to certain gaps. I feel like he'd be more patient in some of those instances. He can get more production out there too as well. We seen Cordell Patterson. You seen his feet, how his feet was moving, the shuffle between like that, and keeping his feet moving, and cut the jump cuts he was doing inside, and how he was getting those yardage on that drive before he got concussed. That's what Najee to do as well. Najee to start doing more of that like that, and just being patient. We know you have power, you can run through people, but be more patient. But I feel like Najee needs to be utilized in this sense. Him getting on the ball from the backfield like that, and the quarterback under center, and then just going straight downhill. Just going straight down. I know it looks a little junky on the screen, but the straight downhill, I feel like that's Najee's best bet, like when he's running downhill, inside stuff. But let me get to the next part of this video, which is discussing, of course, the Justin Fields stuff, and talking about him potentially maybe getting benched. I've seen some weird article about that. I'm gonna dive into that right now. Okay, we've seen, of course, the news about Russell Wilson probably being able to return this week to play for the Steelers. But in my opinion, I feel like you should just roll with Justin Fields. Justin Fields have shown you that he can be very big time, very productive and a big time playmaker as well. He had almost nearly 400 yards of offense, with 3 total touchdowns. He was playing good football, kept us in that game. And I think since he's going to be the guy you choose in the long run, you might as well just roll with him now. Like that, Russell Wilson is on the back end of his career. So he can try to revive his career, or the last few years of it, maybe. I don't know if Russell Wilson going to retire maybe within the next year or 2. But Fields is going to be here for a long run. You're looking to see him be around here maybe 10 years with your team or like that, or maybe more if he can, like that. So I think the Steelers should roll with Justin Fields. I know we've seen a lot of reports, people saying that the Steelers should probably bench Justin Fields and stuff, and just roll with Russ to see how things go. They said the trap game, the Steelers lost the trap game. It's not a trap game. The Colts went 9-8 last year. They one of the teams that led the league in strip sacks the past year and stuff. Got a solid pass rush, a good defense as well, and make plays and stuff too. And plus, it's early on in the season. Like, how can it be a trap game early in the season? I don't believe in trap games. I believe that any given Sunday, you can lose to anybody like that. You can beat anybody out there, and you also can lose anybody out there. Just the nature of football, who come more prepared and who also go out there and execute the plays properly. You can't put this blame on the coach fully. Become like, did he tell George Pickens to fumble the ball? Did he tell Justin Fields to fumble the ball in field goal range? That was probably 6 guaranteed points off the board like that. So, and you lost the game by 3. So you're looking back at it like, if we never lost those possessions right there, probably had a chance to get some stuff done. And also the defense could get a stop. Especially on some of those drives when the lead was cut down, when it was 10-17, and they had a chance to get the field many times. Then you're looking at like, hey, we probably could have found a way to win. So that's one thing that kind of kept coming back around and stuff as well. I thought the Steelers should just roll with Justin Fields. You shouldn't blame this on any individual person like that. It's like a group thing, you know. We went out there and tried to muster a comeback, but we came out the gate not playing aggressive enough, and that's what happened. When you don't play aggressive, you end up losing by a lot like that, especially when you're not executing properly or capitalizing on other team mistakes. So I think Justin Fields should stay the starter. No, don't get me wrong, Russell Wilson, future Hall of Famer, 10-time Pro Bowler, All Pro a few times as well. I think second team All Pro twice. Also Super Bowl champion. Very good player, been in Super Bowl twice. But I feel like it's Justin Fields' time. Justin Fields can offer us more now and in the future than Russell Wilson can offer us in this moment. Because like, you got to ask yourself, what do Russell Wilson do better than Justin Fields? Be like, because Justin Fields is younger, he's more athletic, he runs faster, he's bigger, he has a stronger arm than Russell Wilson as well. He can throw on the run. His pocket awareness, as we've seen, has gotten better, and also, it's just like overall just a naturally talented playmaker. Russell Wilson was that, but we haven't really seen that Russ in a while. Last year, his numbers was pretty good, still solid numbers. 26 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions, like a 95, 96 passer rating. Pretty good numbers. But Russ is I feel like the Steelers should just roll with Fields because Russ is he can stay the backup and be there for precautionary measures if Fields get injured or something happen. But I think you should just roll with Fields because I'm like, that's the guy. That's the guy we're gonna be building around in the future. The guy we traded for a reason, and we brought here because we want him to be, you know, our future quarterback, you know, our franchise guy. So that's my opinion on that. I think Fields should stay the starter. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. You think Russ should maybe get in there and become the starter, or should Russ get a go around a little bit, or should the Steelers just wait until something bad happen, or I don't know like that. Let me know what you guys think. Who should be QB1? I think Fields, as the question has already been answered many times, Fields has shown you he can go out there and help you win games, go out there and manage games. He's showing you different styles of football. Like, okay, today I gotta manage the game, don't turn it over. Today I have to go out there and win the game for you, or do this and that, keep us in it and stuff. So he's showing you different ways to go out there and do things. So I think he should be the guy. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.